It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Woo!
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Turnipple, and as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of my new tailgate that I'll be doing each and every Sunday at the Bengals home games. It's at the Moline Lager House. I am so excited to be doing this. I hope you guys come and join us there. I have more details to come. I can't announce them all just yet. It's going to be a great time. But there will be former Bengal players there. You'll get delicious Moline food, delicious Moline beer, and access to their bourbon room. So this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be every Sunday. Also, I'll be doing a live show there on Tuesday nights. But between now and then, please check out Moline Lager House. And also, Midwest's best barbecue. They have the newest chicken wing there for one of the newest members of the Bengals Ring of Honor, Corey Dillon. They are called the Dillinator Wings, and I can confirm they are absolutely freaking delicious. I had those on Saturday. I highly recommend you drive out there to go see them. They're located off 275, the Ward's Corner Avenue exit. They're right there. Tell Tim and Nicole I sent you, and go enjoy some delicious chicken wings. Also, the show is brought to you by Meyer Window and Doors, and more at www.meyercincinnati.com. Check out Matty Myers. He might show up in the Jackpot Joe Mobile, give you a free window estimate. And hey, you can talk some Bengals, you can talk some windows. I got the windows in my house. They are awesome. Check them out. Also, my West Side peeps, check out Hail Mary's your ticket to the game. Cool little gym right in the middle of Cheviot. Free parking, big ass TV screen, beer specials, food trucks. It is an absolute blast. Hail Mary's your ticket to the game. What is up to everybody in the chat? Wow, you guys are blowing up. You guys act like I got like Duff on the show or something. I got like a Bengals coach. I got a whole bunch of people in there. But we got Paul Payne in there. We got Stranger in the Rocket Bengal, Robert, Brad, Smash Adams, Jerome. Brad is in there, and Pork Chop. What is going on, everybody? All right, let's get to the reason you guys are here. You're not here to listen to me talk. This is football season. We are on the verge of training camp. The boys are back in town. Duff is here, and he is the stuff. It helps to hit the right intro there, Duff. Hit the wrong thing. So, anyway, what's going on, man?
Going great, man. Real privilege to be on the show with you tonight.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, too. Now, I messed up and didn't give him a link. He's got a link now. I will bring in my vote for the Bengals Fan of the Year. He's none other than Bengals Captain. Hello, Captain. I think his link doesn't want to work too good. So, Cap, you might have to jump in and jump out and jump back in again. It's not coming through. All right, so just shoot me for right now, Duff. So, how was your off season?
Well, it was excellent. You know, I think that we had a lot of things that we looked at as a defensive staff and really worked on to try to get our defense playing to the level we needed to be at. And so that was very, very productive. And then I think the spring with the OTAs and the off-season program, we made progress with the fundamentals of our players, and with the additions through the draft and free agency. We're pretty excited about starting tomorrow and getting ready to get back to championship ways.
Awesome. Cap, what's going on? You got your link working here now.
Yes, sir.
So
Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy you're here. So we got Duff on here, and one thing he has been known for, as far as Bengals fans, is screaming, they got to play us. Duff, you got a new, which I love when you do, and every time you see me, you scream out jackpot too, which is cool. You guys got a new theme yet for this upcoming season?
We do, but we're kind of keeping it tight right now as we go through the beginning of training camp. You'll find out about it before too long.
I'm sure I will. I cannot wait. Does it have something to do with shaving heads? Because I mean that's the thing right now. Like everybody's showing up, and I was kind of curious, if you were going to join the shaving head movement here, and get this would be a good look for you, I think, Duff.
Yeah,
I mean, he's kind of there.
I was trying to get the same coloring that Joe had, but they didn't plan out of it, so I'm just the way I am now.
It's close. It looks great.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. So, with that being said, with the additional draft picks we got this year, one of the guys I'm extremely excited about is Chris Jenkins and what he can bring to this team. Also, the development, hopefully this year, of Miles Murphy and hopefully Osai. Just talk about those three in general and what your guys' expectations are and how they're coming along.
Well, frankly, they're coming along well so far, and our expectations for them are they've got to be real contributors and producers for us. Starting with Joseph, being the older of the bunch, he's probably the healthiest he's ever been since we've had him. He's had a great spring and a particularly strong offseason in terms of conditioning, flexibility, strength. All those things are going to be necessary for him to have a productive year. So he's really looking really good up to this point. Looks terrific today coming in. I think he weighed in at around 265, I think. And Miles Murphy right now looks great. He came in a little, big. He was probably about 280. Also had a very, very good offseason in spring. And then you mentioned Chris Jenkins. Chris came in, the draft pick out of Michigan, very talented athlete, guy that has flexibility to play up and down the defensive line, real explosive, powerful guy, but also has the quickness you need, the short area quickness to be able to make plays and tackles for loss. So all three of them are going to be counted on heavily for us in terms of the production of our defense.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully Osai, I love Joseph Osai. I really hope he has a healthy season because when he does, he's a difference maker. I mean, I was at the last AFC Championship game the Bengals were in, and I know everybody remembers the play Osai did at the end. But before that, he was an absolute beast that whole game. He was a difference maker in that game.
Well, without a doubt. I mean, I don't know if you remember the very first preseason game he ever played.
Yeah.
Against Tampa Bay, and he's in there early in the game, and we had to, I think, 2 3 and outs, and I think he was in on the second series, but he sacks the quarterback Brady there on Brady, and then wound up getting the wrist and the knee injury in that ball game when we basically lost him for the whole year. So really, he's had 2 seasons right now. This is his third right now, and so that, like you said, him staying healthy and I think he's going to be a guy we're going to count on quite a bit in terms of not only on first and second down, but also on third down.
Absolutely. Cap, what do you got? I've been doing all the talking here. You got anything you wanna talk with Duff here?
I'm just trying to catch up. So I love the idea that we've got a new motto every year, but they got to play us. We'll never, ever die. Because if anything, the period that you were away from the team, that was one of the things that we were missing. Nobody – you'd hear players talk, little sound bites on social media. Other teams would come to the jungle, and they didn't really fear the team. Now they've got to play no matter we're down 21 points to the Chiefs. It doesn't matter. They are the ones that have to play us because we have that character. We're not going to quit, and I love that. I appreciate that you've helped instill that.
Well, I'm just a small part of that. It was certainly the players, but more importantly, it was Zach Taylor. That was his thought in terms of people kept talking about who we had to play in the season and all that type of thing and how the schedule goes. The schedule's the schedule.
Right.
But we prefer to say it as we did there. People have got to play us. Let's don't worry about who they are. Let's make them worry about who we are. And that's kind of how that came out.
Exactly. And that's the mindset you got to have going into every game that you're confident you're going to win. They got to deal with us. Who cares what they're going to do? They got to stop us.
Well, let me say this: that you're 100% correct, and that's an attitude. That's a mindset, and the mindset we have is that way. And we have a little bit of a chip on our shoulder too right now, in the fact that last year I don't think we performed quite as consistently as good as we needed to or as good as we can. And that's something that we're anxious to get back to and, in fact, improve on. So there's a great desire in this group right now that we talked about in the initial team meeting this afternoon in terms of where we want to go and how we want to get there and what we want to achieve. So that I feel real good about the mindset we're going into this season with, and the fact that we're going to take care of business and we got to meet the standard and in fact go over the standards that we've set in the past.
Exactly. And I think that's one thing that Zach Taylor and you guys as coaching staff have done a great job with this team. Because, I mean, since we got Joe Burrow, I mean, especially after, his second year going to the Super Bowl, I mean, the expectations for us fans are Super Bowl every year. I mean, that's what you guys have brought here. That's the standard. And I think you guys do a great job of centering the players and just saying, it's cliche, one game at a time, one day at a time. But I really do think the players and this coaching staff does an absolute awesome job at actually doing that. Because people say that all the time. But then they're like, oh well, we got the Chiefs coming up here in the second game of the year, blah blah blah. This team doesn't do that, and I think that goes to the coaching staff and helping with that mindset in general.
Well, once again, I would say to you that it's been a collective effort, certainly with starting with Coach Taylor, but also Duke Tobin and the professional personnel group that we've got, our staff. They've done a great job of selection of not only athletes and players, but also character people, guys that have the attitude, the proper attitude, the team first attitude. And that's very, very critical. And it starts also from the top in terms of what Mike Brown has crafted and designed in terms of the type of quality player that he wants. And so that the free agents who we brought in, the pro free agents, they've got the makeup that we think contributes to that. And that's what it's all about. When you have a bunch of players that really care about being champions, they care about themselves, they care about this franchise, they care about this city, then you see the type of play that becomes championship, and that certainly is going to be our goal.
And that's another great point you bring up, Duff, is that this not only this team, this coach, these guys care about, like you just said, each other, this franchise, and this city. And I love this city. I boast about it all the time. I think it's one of the coolest cities in the world. I'm a little biased, but that's okay. But you can see that in these players and see that in the coaching staff, and just by Zach Taylor when we started our first playoff run, he's given the game balls out to the different bars and stuff. He didn't have to. The different players take care of us, went to different bars and hand out game balls. So that's stuff that other NFL teams don't do, and that to me it helps bring in the fans even more. That Zach is like, this is as much ours as it is yours. And that is, I think, very unique in this day and age in the NFL.
Well, I think you're 1,000% correct. There's not as much of the community as there is here. And hey, we're a team. It's not it's a team. And our staff, our coaching staff, Zach, from all the way down to the players, understand the support and the love that the fans bring to the team, and they're part of the team. When we're on in that stadium, I think we're unstoppable. And as I said, everybody's got a role, whether it be offense, defense, special teams, coaching, fans. We're all in this together to be hopefully world champions.
Exactly. Now, one thing that I know you guys probably don't pay attention to this, but there's been lists, and everybody's got lists and all this stuff. And like Holmes here says, I don't think Zach gets enough credit for his team chemistry. I don't think Zach gets enough credit for being the coach that he is, because there are people, quote-unquote experts, that don't even put him in the top 10 of NFL coaches. And I'll take your guys' last 3-year run against anybody. That includes last year with only having Joe Burrow only healthy for 4 games. You still had an over 500 record. You still damn near made the playoffs. I mean, and before that, you went to AFC Championship game and a Super Bowl. So that 3-year run, I don't know how you're going to have a guy in Harbaugh who just got back in the NFL. He was in college for the last 10 years. Oh, he's a better NFL coach than Zach Taylor. How the hell is that when Zach's been coaching in the NFL and he has? Do you feel that Zach doesn't get the credit that he deserves?
Well, I do, and I've seen him really develop into the coach he is right now. I was with him in Miami when he was a young coach, coaching our quarterbacks, and thought at that time, boy, this was back in 2015, and actually it was 2014, the first year we worked together, and that's 10 years now. And I thought, boy, this guy has something special about him. He had a great ability to relate to players or connect with players. And then had a very good mind, not just on offense either. I mean, he was aware of pretty darn smart in terms of defense too at that time, and it's only gotten better and better. I mean, his preparation for ball games as getting the team ready, but also getting our offensive ready is as good as any I've been around. So he's way out. He's kind of awfully ahead for his age, if you will, in terms of what he's doing as a head football coach in the NFL, and he's got a very, very promising future as he continues to go.
Exactly. Now, Paul Painter here has a good question. Duff, how is it to work with, we call him Ludini, but Lou Anarumo, and its creativity, especially when it revolving personnel?
Well, it's excellent. I mean, I've known Lou since he was a young college coach. We probably go back, heck, a healthy 30 years. And when he was just getting in college coaching, and you could tell then, again, he was a guy that wasn't just a textbook guy. He was a forward thinker, an outside the box thinker. I've been very impressed with his continued development as a defensive coach, and certainly as a coordinator and play caller. Really has got a great feel for what the opponent's going to do. Has done an excellent job of taking advantage of our strengths. When I mean strengths of our players, and putting them in position to make plays, whether it be in the run game or in the passing game. And so I really enjoy the fact that we work together. I admire his work ethic and the scheme that he puts together on a weekly basis. And again, we're awful proud to have him in Cincinnati.
Yeah, we're all happy too. I mean, I'm surprised that he's still our defensive coordinator. I thought for sure he might be a head coach by now, but selfishly, I'm ecstatic that Lou's still here. And I didn't know this, but did you know he moonlighted as a Secret Service agent for Donald Trump here?
I saw that clip, and actually, it looked a lot like him.
It looked a lot like him.
And Lou's a multi-talented guy. He's got quite a few.
He knows defense more ways than one. So
that's correct. Yeah, he's defending a lot of things.
Exactly.
Jeff, you were bragging about loving Cincinnati. I want to know how much Mark loves Cincinnati, because if I recall correctly, you started under Woody Hayes at OSU, and then you were also defensive coordinator at UC. So you've got a lot of ties here, in addition to having been here prior to this last stint.
I was telling that to Jeff before when we were talking, just as I was getting on, that I started coaching at UC in 1977. I was 23 years old and had a great opportunity to be a GA for Coach Hayes, and Ohio State came down with Ralph Staub and coached over at UC for 4 years. And then when I left the University of Maryland, I came here, privileged to work for the Bengals in 1997. Was here from 97 to 2002, and then I'm able to come back with Zach again. So this is my third stint here in the Queen City, and I raised my kids here. It's been a great experience for me. And again, as I said, I've been thinking now it was 4, 6. I've been living here for probably 16 years of my life in Cincinnati. So it's a great place, and we're very thankful to be here.
Exactly.
So that's where you get the energy from. You started coaching young.
Well, I was very lucky. I had 2 seasons I learned and had a chance to learn from and watch Coach Hayes and his staff at Ohio State, and that was an opportunity of a lifetime for a young person. Yeah. And then was lucky to get into, to be a coordinator at 23 years old over at UC, and love doing that. And so, I've been very, very fortunate. This is my 50th year of coaching, my 28th in the NFL, and I had 22 years in college ball. So I've been very, very thankful and grateful for it.
So with that being said, you've known the Brown family for a while. What is it like working for them? Because Mike Brown's gotten some bad reputation and stuff. And a lot of stuff I don't think has actually been true that's been said about him over the past couple of years. And just listening to him talk, I don't think people really understand how bad he wants to win a Super Bowl until here recently. I know the first time that I remember him really talking about it publicly was on Monday. Just what is Mike Brown like as a person to work for, and how bad do you think he wants to win?
Well, first and foremost, he's an outstanding person, and I mean that sincerely. His memory in terms of people and his education he's as bright as anybody I've been around ever. He's well read, but he's a football guy. It's just a football family. Their only business is football, the Brown family. And Mr. Brown gave me an opportunity in 1997 to come into the league, and both Mike and Pete Brown at that time. Pete was very heavily involved in the personnel, as Mike was too. They both taught me a lot about how to become a pro football coach. And my God, they had the greatest teacher themselves, and Coach Paul Brown. So, first and foremost, I owe a tremendous amount to them, and will be thankful for them forever. But Mr. Brown is, he does everything in the right way. I mean, we've had disagreements at times on football issues or on personnel, but it ultimately always comes back that I think he might have been right on a lot of it. And so my point is, he wants to win the worst way. He's done everything he can to put this team and the teams that even I was with before in position to do that. Now it's, sometimes that little Scotia luck has to come in, but trust me, there's no stone unturned in terms of how can we get better, whether it be in players, whether it can be in scheme, whether it can be in facility, all those things he's constantly looking at to try to improve and put this franchise in a chance, in an opportunity to win a world championship.
Exactly. Now, speaking of facility here, I know the Bengals are getting new locker rooms here. How close are they to being done with those yet? When do the players get to use the new locker rooms?
I think it's about a week out right now. Okay. And this will be there'll be no. This will be the best in the NFL. No other team will have a facility, a locker room, training room, all the things they do. We've got a brand new field in here, one of the best. It'll be one of the best in the league. So, I mean, as far as what the facilities are here, second to none. I mean, this training room we've got right now and an area for conditioning is second to none. And then, like I said, when you see this locker room and what it has in it, and the modalities and things to help the players, it's top of the chart.
Is there going to be a big unveiling with that?
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do that yet. I know that it's about a week out, so I'm not sure.
And if there is, can me and Cap get a tour?
You'll want to. It's good.
I definitely want to.
This will be a bucket list to see this place. I promise you.
Oh wow! I miss the tours. There's been so much going on in renos the past couple of years that they haven't had the same tours. But I can't wait till those come back. It's always fun to get up there. And, Jeff, have you been on any of the locker room tours?
I've never been on. Every time they've done them, my life is so crazy sometimes. I have not been able to.
We'll get you down there, but it's interesting from seeing what the players have in their locker room and some of the choices between, snacks, supplements, things like that, or just being able to stand next to like a size 18 shoe, which I don't have a size 18 shoe. I mean, you really get the feel of like, wow, this is incredible, and some of these people are superhuman.
Well, I think what you'll see in terms of what Mr. Brown and the organization's put into the renovation of the locker room and all the things here, it'll be second to none. It'll be a wow.
Wow. Now, we have a hard-hitting question here from Pork Chop. He wants to know, did the ping pong table get upgraded?
I can't answer that. I don't know that, but I doubt it.
So for you, do they have a pickleball court in there? Because I know you play. I know Zach plays. Do they have that in the facility?
No, there's not a pickleball court in here. I fell prey to that a couple of years ago, and certainly on the rebound and ready to roll and have gotten back. But no, we don't have that at the moment.
Yeah, the coaching staff needs a little fun too. I vote. Exactly. We as fans, right? Mike Brown, dip into the checkbook just a little bit more and get the guys a pickleball. Pickleball's a blast. Have you played, Jeff?
I have not. I've seen it, but I have not played.
Our coaches play. Actually, the Brown family plays. Troy and Katie and Carol and Elizabeth play. I mean, they're very good players, by the way. So the coaching staff plays, so it is a heck of a game, and it's taken America by storm. I mean, you can see almost weekly, you'll see different pickleball courts going up around the country. And I think it's a great thing because it gives all ages an opportunity to participate in what I think is an excellent game.
Yeah, they actually have a professional pickleball league now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. Those matches get competitive.
Yeah.
Great cardio. And I mean, there are a lot of different ways to get cardio, and it's got me thinking. So I'm big on the Peloton bike and the Peloton rower. Yeah, do you know of any players? Is there anything that they're doing, differently, or do you all recommend anything? Try to get people like, hey, do this in the off season. Get the Peloton rower. Keep keep moving. Is there anything that you like to recommend that's not going to void any contracts?
I would say, obviously nutrition's a big thing, but I mean, guys like Sam Hubbard, Trey Hendrickson, they really are disciplined in terms of how they train, and in terms of whether it be weightlifting, whether it be running, whether it would be massage therapy, whether it would be red light therapy, whether it be cryotherapy. They go through and utilize a lot of the modalities that are available to people that you can get in the community to enhance their body's ability to not only recover, but in fact be more efficient. So I would, they're really well read on that. And Joey Bose and his staff and our training staff, Matt Summers, they've done a great job of educating our players to what the latest and greatest is to allow each of us the best recovery and the best, strength and conditioning improvement.
Awesome. Crib Keeper has a question. He said, "Hey, Coach, did you know the great people of Cincinnati put up a sign on the bridge by the practice fields that says, 'Drive caution, ice on the bridge for Iceman when he watches the practices from the bridge.'"
I've heard and seen a lot of things from up on that bridge, and want you to know that we deeply appreciate the energy and spirit that comes from there.
Hey, I appreciate. I like going up there. It's fun. It's always fun when they actually talk back to me. So, and then I get too excited. I try not to talk too much because I know you got to go back to work. So but yeah.
Yeah, no, I have to say I'm in the middle of a drill sometimes, and I'll hear you, and I have to look up and geez, I got a good point now. So, but at any rate, we love the juice. We love the energy.
I was
That's great.
Sometimes I don't know if you guys hear me or not. I'm like, so anyway. So that's I might be more self-conscious now. You actually hear me.
Let me say that the acoustics from there is way better than you could imagine.
Really? Okay, because coming up toward me, it's hard to hear you guys. Like, get like right under me.
When you're shooting it down, I'll get it.
Well, tomorrow I have tickets tomorrow. So next time on the bridge, I'll yell, "Duff!"
And that's good to know because it's training camp for us too.
Mm-hmm.
I take pride. My wife is a singer. She's a nurse practitioner, but she's got a vocal background too. So she's teaching me how to better use my diaphragm and everything, and to project onto the field and not waste my voice by the usually preseason games, second quarter, I'm done. But
we're too excited.
Yeah. Too much like throat and head voice. Mm-hmm. It's got to come from lower. It's a lot.
Got to be a little more guttural, as they like to say.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what impressed me. I know people have talked about Arrowhead Stadium and the design of the stadium, but when I looked around, when I've been there and I looked around, it was 100% participation. You had kids, you had elderly, you had everybody in between making some noise. I think we can get there. We've done some great stuff, and we're getting louder, but we've still got a little ways to go, and I can't wait to see how loud the stadium can be this year.
Well, and we can't either, and we're going to do all we can to help the decibels go up, because in all sincerity, really, I've got to tell you that having been in that stadium years ago and having been in that stadium now, and what the fans have done, and the fan atmosphere that you present is superb. It's second, in my opinion, and I'm not saying it to be anything but truthful. I don't see it being anywhere better than this, and I mean that place is rocking in there. It really adds to what we're trying to get done.
Well, a lot of it has to do with Elizabeth and Caroline. They've done a great job of changing the fan experience. With the white Bengal tiger, the striped jungle, the stuff they've done. I mean, everybody likes the white out, which I do, but my favorite one was striping the jungle, because that looked so cool on TV. And the thing, like me and Cap talked about this on the show, it was perfectly lined out. I mean, it was black here, it was orange here. There wasn't like a little bit of orange in this black, and it was straight. Everybody understood the assignment and did it, and it looked amazing.
Oh, it's tremendous, and that you're talking the checkerboard. It was tremendous, and just the night when we've had the night games and the choreograph of all the lighting and all the things going. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's second to none. I mean, it's a world class experience that, again, everybody in this organization is contributing to it, and we're going to continue contribute to it more on the field.
Exactly. Now, I think Anthony Anderson asked this question up in the chat. I wanted to get this to you. What incoming players or what players are you the most excited about this season and what their potential could be?
Shoot, I think we're excited about a lot of these guys coming in, starting off. I think that I'm anxious to see this young Burton, the wide receiver. I think he's got real ability to stretch coverage. He's got excellent speed. He's going to be a guy I think that's going to contribute quickly. Mount Adams Mims. I think that I haven't seen an athlete like that at that size playing offensive line for us. So I'm very, very. I think we're all excited to see what he's going to be able to get done for us. I think that what we see in the back end and the secondary. I'm excited about that. So I mean, there's and then our defensive linemen. I think that both Chris Jenkins and McKinley. In terms of what those guys are going to add to the front, that's where the game is won. You win the game in the trenches, and I think that they're expecting them to be big contributors there. So, the wide receivers. I mean, there's a bunch of young players that have come in. Sheldon Rankin's coming into the team as a defensive lineman and pass rusher, as a veteran, excellent. So, and then I got to share to you too that getting Von Bell back in terms of. The leadership, the work ethic, the playmaking ability that he brings, and attitude that he brings is a needed but also welcomed addition back home. So that I can't wait to get him started. We've seen him in shorts and all that now, and now when we get an opportunity to put the pads on, that'll even prove what my thoughts are on these guys.
Now, what's your thoughts or how is he looking? Everything I've seen or heard, it looks like he's doing pretty well. The transition Dax Hill is making from safety to corner. Now it's not like he's never played corner before, but it's never been his main position. How is that transition looking so far?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I thought he had an excellent spring. I mean, his recoverability and his change of direction was wow in the spring. And I can remember going up to him just about every day and saying, "Keep it up, kid. You're really showing up, explosive movement." So I think it's coming very, very well. I'm anxious to see him continue and show that, because I think you'll say wow too. So I'm very excited about what he's doing.
Yeah, I've been one that I'm no NFL coach, but I just thought with his athletic ability and his speed that he could. I'm not going to say easily, but he could make this transition, and he could turn out to be a pretty good cornerback for us. So I've been very excited about this the whole time. Now, we got a question here from Pork Chop again. He wants to know what's your thoughts about the newest Ring of Honor inductees, and Corey Dillon is one of them, and you were here in '96, so I know you coached him.
No, I was here with Corey, and I'm excited about both Corey cited for and with Corey Dillon and Tim Crumry. Corey. I think my first year was his rookie year, and so he practiced hard every week in terms of a practice player, one of the best I've ever been around. And then as a running back, my God, he was a fearsome player. And so I have high regard and respect for him, always did, and very pleased that he's being honored as he is. And then Tim Crumry, I watched plenty of film of him. Never had a chance to see him live. Because I was in college coaching at the time, but what a diehard, tremendous, team player, and all over the field player. And the production he had as a defensive lineman, making plays, leading the team in tackles, was second to none. And of course, I had the privilege to coach with him for 6 years, and I felt that from his coaching. So, very, very pleased, and I think it's appropriate that both of them are going to be in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Corey said on my show here, he said that both of them are as tough as leather. So they're played two different positions, but they played that position the same way.
Let me tell you this. You're 100% correct. They were both tough as nails. Corey Dillon would not look to go anywhere but through you. I
Yes.
mean, and he did that in practice too. I mean, he was a ultimate quality back, good size, good power, tough and fast.
Exactly. Now, Kinsley has a question. Is everything okay with Trent Brown? How's he looking right now?
Well, he's coming into camp. I don't know what the latest update is. We'll get that later tonight, I think. But yeah, I think he'll be fine. I mean, I was impressed when he was here during the course of the spring, and we'll find out more as the doctors and everybody get a chance to see him. That's going on today. But looking forward to him coming in and being a factor here for sure. We had high regard watching him as defensive coaches over his career. And, I hugged the hell out of him when he came in the door and put on.
That's awesome. So, with this being technically the first day for the players here, what is entailed on the first quote unquote day of training camp for the players and the coaches?
Well, for we've already been here with the rookies, and so we're
Right.
we're scripting practices and going through in terms of preparations for the weeks coming up in terms of practice and so forth. For the veterans that came in today, they had a checklist of things to do. They had to obviously go through and the medical staff and have physicals and different appointments in terms of their medical stuff. They had to get all their equipment. They had to check in with the video personnel to get their iPads, and so all that was done early on. And then this afternoon, that we had a kind of a State of the Union presentation from Mr. Brown to the team, which was terrific, and kind of kicked off everything as a collective group with all the different departments and contributing forces to the team. And then after that, a little bit of a brief team meeting that Zach had with our players, and then we broke up into offense, defense, and had a chance to kind of go over the expectations that both sides of the ball and even the special teams have as we enter into the first week of practice.
Excuse me. I got a bug in my throat or something. That is so it's kind of like the families getting back together. Your family reunion. You gotta get everybody all lined up and gotta get the iPads and all that stuff. What's the energy like there? Is it how is it, excitement, or is this more business like?
Well, I think it's a combination, but I think it's more excitement than anything else. And you'd expect that. I mean, geez, we've been working really since last January in preparation for the start of this season. And so now to kind of get it going where we know we're in it now, let's go. I think there's a great deal of excitement in the building and energy in the building right now to get going. And we've got to sustain that. We've got to create, set up, keep that as something that is our goal each and every day to get better. Well, how do you do that? You do that with a commitment to doing that and a commitment to one another. So there's great excitement right now, and there's great resolve right now too. As I said, we're here to get better. We're in this thing to win it, and not going through anything but that. So I think there's great focus. That'll be tested as we go, but that's going to be part of what our MO has to be. We've got to be able to meet the challenge and meet it consistently.
Now, I feel like last year the defense performed under, just looking at stats, under what the talent level was. And one of the players last year mentioned something about they knew what the issue was. They talked about what the issue was. It just didn't necessarily get fixed. Is that more of a communication thing with so many different new pieces? And what's the plans on making that different this year?
Well, first of all, that's what I talked about in the very beginning. We started in January and that's what all teams do. But we recognize that we weren't as good as we need to be or could be, and so it starts with us as coaches looking at what are we doing well, what are we not doing well, what do we have to fix, and then also looking at how each player, looking at their strengths and weaknesses, and how we can put them in the best position for them to be successful, and then to demand that from them. So it's been a collective effort throughout not only last January, but through all the way through June, until we broke, by everyone here in really getting a focus on areas to improve and taking active energy to get that done. And so I think you'll see a difference this year. Communication, you mentioned that. We weren't as good communicating on the field as we have to be. That's already been addressed, and we're anticipating a big improvement as far as that's concerned. It was inconsistent, let me say it that way. So inconsistency in any area is not going to allow you to be very good. So it's all about us, and that's exactly what we're focusing in. Not that we want it, it is about playing us, but it's all about us right now. Where
Right.
we want to be.
So with communication being said, Von Bell makes that a lot easier. I mean, I know Lou said last year would be a dark day if he lost both Bates and Bell, and unfortunately we did. And as fans, I know this. I didn't realize how big of a loss that was as far as the communication goes, how much those guys helped everybody get lined up and get in the right spots.
Well, and again, that's the responsibility of everybody on the field. I mean, we don't want to give away plays. All right, you give away plays when you're misaligned or you miscommunicate. No way. I mean, we got too many good players and we put too much into this that we're going to take everything. We're not going to give anything away. That's going to be that's how it should be, and that's how we're going to be. And certainly Vaughn is, a tremendous professional, and understands what communication, understands what doing things right is all about, and has been a true leader as far as that's concerned. And we've had, everybody else understands it. I think more now, when you understand it more sometimes when it doesn't go as well,
Right.
And when you've lost something than maybe you did when you were actually in it. So we're going to be heading back in that direction right away.
Now with the safeties we have with Stone and Bell, and you have Battle, who I thought Battle played excellent last year. Do you think we might see more three safety sets? Because, like I said, Jordan Battle, we don't want to stun his growth, but we also want Bell in here, and Stone we signed. So how do you think that mixture is going to work out this year?
I think that's going to be something that's going to rear its head as time goes on. We feel all those players are talented. Gino's been a great addition to the team. He's very much similar to Vaughn in terms of his maturity and his ability to communicate and make plays and lead. So we have a good situation where we feel comfortable with depth at that position.
Right.
Now, whether some of the personnel adjustments that we'll have in terms of three safeties, are we going to be five corner? What are we going to be in terms of who's in the game? That dictates sometimes also by what the opponent's got and what they're doing too. So, that'll be, I think, fluid as far as that's concerned. But for sure, we're going to put the best 11 players on the field, and whoever they are, and to allow us to win. So it'll be interesting to see how it evolves.
You've got some good problems to have, a little too much talent in certain positions.
Well, it's going to be, I think we all said it today. I think this will be the most competitive camp that the Bengals have had clearly in any time I've been here. And it's 12 years.
Oh, you're gonna be goosebumps.
I know. I want to put the cap on like right now.
Well, I'm just saying to you that I really do believe that. And that's a tribute to the personnel staff and to the coaching staff. But I mean, and the players themselves. But this is going to be, that's the way it should be. If you're a championship team, you better have, high caliber competition at all positions. And so it's going to be, it's just going to be great. We're all here to be the best we can. We're anxious to be champions. Let's go get it.
We'll get that ring, baby. We'll get that ring. Now, one position that I am concerned about, and I'm a little biased because DJ Reader was my favorite defensive player. I hated seeing him go. How is that? How do you guys plan on? You're not going to replace DJ, and I want to put it that way because there is no replacing DJ Reader. But how are you guys going to attack that position with the new players that you've gotten?
Well, again, we've got three guys that are going to immediately come into play right there. Sheldon Rankin being one, very good veteran player, and then the two rookies in terms of Chris Jenkins and McKinley Jack. So those guys are all coming in there and to really compete and roll through and see how that all gels. But B.J. Hill continue to be a factor. Zach Carter continue to be a factor. We've got guys in there, and really they're all hungry and anxious to improve and get better. So it's going to be a very competitive situation. And so I know Coach Hobby is looking forward to seeing it continue to develop, as is Coach Anarumo. So it's going to be a good thing.
Marion always, he's the one that got me to start wearing long sleeves to practice, because I see him all the time. Like, how do you wear those all the time? He's like, it's cooler. I'm like, are you serious? And I started wearing them, going, actually, you're right.
You get the dry fit?
Yeah, the dry fit. Yeah.
Coach Hobby's a very, very sharp guy. I wish I had the opportunity to work with him for a lot of years in the NFL. I've enjoyed working with him the last 4 years here, and or beginning our 4th year. He's an excellent coach, an excellent teacher, and we're dang happy to have him here.
Exactly. And Kelsey here wants to know what's your thoughts on quarterback, she calls it Fig Newton.
Excited, very excited about him, the rookie. He's got a lot of talent. Again, guy that's got the change of direction and quickness that you love to see at that position, and he is a very competitive guy. Has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, which is, I think,
I like that.
Extremely important at a competitive position like that. He's anxious and committed to prove that he can be a factor in this league.
Now I want to roll back to Burton. You talk about him being one of the exciting players that you were excited to see. He had quote unquote baggage or whatever, in college, and the Bengals have tried to stay away from that here in the Zach Taylor era, and quote unquote took a chance on him. Have you seen anything to say that he's not all in and he's not, the past is the past and he's moving forward?
I would say I have not seen anything to say that he's not all in.
Yeah.
I would say that I'm excited that he's in the room that he's in terms of the wide receivers, quality of people that we got at wide receiver that he's joining, and he's got absolutely one of the very best coaches that I've been around in Troy Walters that's going to be his mentor, if you will. So lucky for Mr. Burton to have Troy and those guys in terms of group he's joining, and he'll gain and will gain. So I think it's going to be a very good start for him.
Exactly. Talk about the talent on this team. Just that tight end room alone, I put that room itself and the talent against anybody in the NFL. Along with that, we actually have 4 quality tight ends. And this is the first time that Joe Burrow has had this many. So talk about the talent we have on defense. I'm excited as much about the talent we have on offense, because Dub, I think we can really mix and match and do all kinds of different stuff on all the offense this year.
Well, that's why I said I think across the board that the competition for playing, it's the best that I've seen this team have. When you look across the board at all positions, I mean, you can talk with authority that there's quality players at all spots and numerous ones. So they're competing against each other. That's going to bring the best out of everybody, and ultimately, we hope put the very best team possible on the field.
So you're saying I should get my tickets for New Orleans, huh?
Yeah, we've already got a house picked out.
We're going to New Orleans. We're going to have a big party. We're going to have the red carpet waiting for you when you guys get there, Duff.
Amen to that. We got a lot of work to do before that, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me make clarity on that.
Exactly. Got anything else, Cap?
Oh, I could talk to him all day long. And everything that I'm hearing, like I'm wringing my hands, I'm squirming in my seat. Like I cannot wait to be in that stadium, because it's easy to be a homer and think, okay, every year. 21, I thought, hey, you get a little injury luck. And there are analytic sites that put out all that injury information, and it's a no-brainer. Your top 10 healthiest teams, the majority go to the playoffs. Your bottom 10 unhealthiest teams don't go. And Duff spoke to the improvements around, how we're helping guys take care of themselves. And we've seen that because we had a period of like 5 years. We were in the bottom 10. We could not stay healthy at all. And we've seen the reverse lately, and it's phenomenal. So we get a little health luck, and the guys, make sure that they stay within themselves, know their assignment, don't try to play hero. I trust the coaches have a great plan. We're going, and we're going to win it. Like, I absolutely guarantee it. Like, bookmark this video, come back. This year just feels different. Just like Mark said, we accidentally stole some talent that I was not expecting that would be there, and it's just all fitting together too perfectly.
Well, we're gonna work hard to make it fit perfectly, and that's going to be, as I said before, a collective effort. Everybody in this building is pitching in to do that, and I mean everybody, whether it be marketing, whether it be secretaries, whether it be everybody, the grounds crew. We're on a mission here, and I can't wait to get started. Just like everybody else.
What are some of your nights look like? Because I swear I was there one time and I saw you sneaking out at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
Last time he was on my show, he did the show at like 7 o'clock. He was still there.
Oh, well, first of all, I hope I wasn't sneaking out, but at any rate, it just depends on each week and each day what's going on. Right now, we're putting in some pretty good hours right now in terms of our camp plans have been done. Coach has given us the plans for that and our scripts and things for a good while, but fine tuning them, going over them again, making sure that every T is crossed and I is dotted. But the schedule is a good one. The schedule for the coaches and the schedule for the players in terms of being productive when we have to be productive, which is in this building, when we're in meetings and when we're on the field, and that's got to be prime time. And but then there's also a clear awareness and education of rest time that players have to have, and sometimes we're kind of lower on the totem pole on that in terms of the time. But coach understands that, and for us, we got to be at our best when we're in front of the players, whether it be in meetings or whether it be on the field. And so, giving time for the staff to get rest, to have time to prepare and put forth the best plans possible is key too. So it's all part of the organizational plan.
Awesome stuff. Duff, I appreciate you coming on again, and this is the second time you've been on my show, so you have no idea what this means to me. This is awesome that you come on, so I will see you tomorrow at practice.
Well, let me say this, Ice. You've got a hall. I saw again, I've seen it a few times, but I've seen the list of people that are on here with the captain and everybody else. I mean, it's a Hall of Fame group, so I'm honored to have a chance to be with you, and so thank you for the opportunity.
Hey, the pleasure is all mine, Duff. And like I said, I'll be screaming at you. I'll be out in the field tomorrow, so I won't have to yell so loud. So
no, I know exactly where you'll be. So I'll look forward to the contact.
Yeah, I'm in the same spot when I go down to practice. I always go in that corner over there, so I'm always over there. So. All right, Duff, appreciate you, man. Hooday.
Yes, hooday.
Hooday.
He's awesome, dude. I love that guy. I've actually got to know him, just he walks to practice and I talked to him for, 2 minutes or whatever. And Duff he's so cool. I mean, that's the kind of coaching staff we have on this team. The guys are they're grinders, but they're good people. Yeah, they're good people.
People don't get like the ownership is the most approachable ownership in the apps in any sports league that I know of, and it's reflected in the coaching staff, and like they understand you see a real appreciation for fans from them that I just hey, ticket prices went up this year. It was a fairly healthy amount. We've got 13. I'm in a little bit of pain,
a little bit,
but I don't think about that because they all really make us feel like we're part of the team, and he even said it, and we are when we're in that stadium and we're loud and we're yelling defense. We affect the game, and they're thankful for that. We are so lucky to have the organization we have, the staff that we have, the players that we've. Some of it's luck for them to be there, but others it's everything that they've built for people to want to come to Cincinnati. Like, this is a completely different organization than some of the trolls on, and I saw some of the comments. I'm not even going to mention by who, but, on Twitter, people thinking that we're some cheap organization. Like, dude, what?
Those days are over, dude.
30 years ago, you might have been onto something, but 30 years ago, that dude was on, MySpace. So where is this hate coming from?
What happened to MySpace? 17th Son here said, wants to know if you bleach your beard, since I guess it's Burrow bleached his hair.
I am absolutely thinking about that. The problem is it's like my beard is a combination of brown and red.
Ooh.
You don't see a lot of the red because I use Just for Men beard shampoo. I'll admit it, but like you see that little weird wispy streak
Like
that
gray?
doesn't really want to. But I got some weird spots. That's
Oh,
the
I
only reason.
See, mine's already gray. I wonder if I can just dye mine.
Dude, you can if you would like use the shampoo, but yours is like a one tone, one color. It looks
Yeah, it's all
good.
gray. It's all gray.
You know, me, like, did I spill? Is that like ranch dressing? Like, I just want it to be uniform. Be gray, be white, be whatever. So anyway, you don't see the red because of the dye. So I don't want to screw it up. I don't want that like bright or well, I mean, I love orange. I don't want it in my beard.
Hey, Eric wants to know, Cap, are you saying your beard naturally looks like a Bengals helmet?
Oh, dude, if I was that kind of redhead, I would. Now the hair, little thinner. So I don't know if I can pull off the look.
The Eminem look.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I mean,
people, you know, do you know who Cody Rhodes is on wrestling?
yes, dude.
That first person.
That's
my
the
son
first thing I thought.
Yeah, my first person. My son, I sent the picture to Chandler. I said, look, he's got his Eminem look. He goes, no, that's Cody Rhodes. I said, oh my God, you're right. I said, he looks like Cody Rhodes.
I mean,
yeah,
dead ringer. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't look like Eminem.
he looks like Cody Rhodes.
And he's bigger, stronger than Eminem.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's a first. I'm like, holy cow!
exactly.
I love it, dude. I love the look.
Yeah, well, it looks like
And no one listens to me ever, except you all in chat, and I appreciate you. But I told everybody on Twitter that Jamar and T were on Twitch last night. I'm looking through like profile pictures. I'm trying to guess ages. You know what? I don't care. I don't care if you're 80. If you're under 20, you're probably already on Twitch. Get on Twitch. Like the next time I tweet about them being on Twitch playing a game, make sure there's no kids around because there's going to be some language. You know, they're adults playing video games.
right.
There is a game called Chained Together,
Mhm.
and you're literally chained together. They were playing with 4, so it's 4 people chained together, and it's basically an obstacle course.
Oh, really? Okay.
But because you're chained together, you have to plan every move. I was crying. I don't know if anyone's not heard Jamar like in a fit of laughing. Like sometimes his laugh is a high pitched, like fast, like machine gun type. Dude, I was dying, and some of the dialogue between Jamar and T, you know, and T was the last in the last of the chain together, and it is worth it. But I was like, oh, because I had my doubts too about Joe. It's like, okay, yeah, I've seen the photos, but did he really?
right.
And then I saw Jamar and T both. I'm like, he did. He did. They're all going in there. And I guarantee they all talked about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I kind of tweeted this out when I had a picture of Jamar and Joe. I said, do we all need to shave our heads? I wonder how many of them, and it's not really a shaved head, it's more buzzed. You know, but
Yeah.
I wonder how many of them did that? Is it just them 3 or is it more than them?
That'll be interesting. I don't know. But yeah, I actually have an appointment. I posted on Twitter. I've got an appointment to get my hair cut, but it's an actual cut because I have a wedding to go to Saturday.
Oh, you should definitely buzz it and dye it all blonde for the wedding. I think that'd be great.
No, not. See, I'm not ready for that because here's the thing. Look
at that. See, I still got mine, so
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm 6'3".
You can't see it. Right.
Well, the only people see it is when we sing the national anthem and they're how many rows behind me.
Right.
Y'all, if it's ever really sunny, I apologize. I try to mat that down. But, you know, otherwise, you can't really tell. I mean, I'm 47. I got 47-year-old head. But, hey, some of these people with full heads of hair, you know, they can't run up Paycor like I can. I have done it. Yeah, it sucks. Preseason 1 year, I said I'm going to run up and down for every touchdown.
Ooh.
And the first touchdown, I ran up and I walked back down. Like, I am
I'm
not
done.
doing this.
I'm out.
Dude.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, because you're already jumping around for the touchdown. You're already excited. You're it makes it worse because the adrenaline's pumping, your heart's racing, which makes the run up worse. I'm like, I am not in that kind of shape. Not yet.
Exactly. I'm working on trying to. Well, not that kind of shape. I'm working on trying to get in shape. But anyway,
Dude, I saw it. I love it, man. Keep it up.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing. Getting into the habit is the hardest thing because for me, I used to be a gym rat. I know what I benched. I would do reps at 225, and I am not a giant guy, but I'm cranking out 225 like nothing. Dumbbell presses, 95 pounds just to warm up. And I cannot do that now.
Oh, dude.
And I grab the weight that I grab. I'm like, you know what? F this. This is like, I feel like a big
Like, I could do this before. Why can't I do it now?
but you know what? Each week you get stronger. Each week you get faster. Each week you get better. And then eventually you're Brad Pitt and boom.
Well, I'll tell you this: the hardest thing was I dislocated the shoulder twice, and it's fine. I can move and everything; it's fine now. But I was doing the ones where you're above your head and pulling, and dude, for 2 days, I got to the point where this one it was weird. I could push this one up fine, and I'm going like that with the other one, and I couldn't. So that's how weak this shoulder still is.
Remind me. I am going to take a photo. Anybody in chat wants this too. Let me know. Find me on Twitter. And let me know, and I'll send you the photos. I'm not trying to be circumvent copyright and be a pirate here and everything. But you know what? I'm not going to give you the whole book, but it's the workout. It's called Bulletproof Your Shoulders is the book.
There you go.
And it's a lot of the stabilizing ligaments, muscles, all the small muscles, all the connectivity, in order to make sure that you literally cannot fail. And some of that funny enough, I learned from Wing Chun Kung Fu is how you place your shoulder. So quick example is you're in your car or whatever, you reach over and you see, the shoulder go forward. It's almost stretching at the joint. And then you pick something up, you're toast. You're probably going to hurt yourself right at that point in time. Whereas if you bring that back and lower that and make sure that shoulder is seated and then lean your body forward more and pick up, you can pick up anything. And I've got a bad habit of not being aware of my body and overreaching, and then something will pop and I'm like,
I probably do that
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I probably do that all the time at work at UPS at night. probably overreaching.
Dude, this book will change your career at UPS. Seriously.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like everybody get me to pick up more stuff because I can pick it up.
T. Brookie. I want to grow up to be T. Brookie, 68 and work
68.
out 1 to 1.5 hours a day.
That's awesome.
Inspiration right there.
Exactly.
Brad, give anything to just be able to walk up the steps, Captain. Man, I hate to hear that. I hope you're doing well. If there's
Brad, I met Brad. Brad's in a wheelchair, so yeah.
It like permanent.
I don't know. I remember I met him.
Brad, we'll talk about that later. No need to air out everything, but
I met Brad's opening day, so
that is a good point. You know what? No matter where we are, definitely feel fortunate for what we have, no matter what that is. Brookie, 45 minutes of Peloton. I love Peloton. T. Brookie, if you want, look me up on Peloton. Bengals Captain on Peloton too. I've got a Peloton cycle and I got a Peloton rower. And man, I like to lift, but that rower has been a game changer for me as far as being able to get a quick workout in that's also strength. Like once I didn't know how to row, and once I locked in like how to properly row, it is a strength workout in addition to cardio. It's crazy.
I might have to try that sometime. Well, Cap, I appreciate it, man. Have you got any tickets? Are you going to be down at training camp at all?
Sunday.
Sunday.
So
okay.
we're going out Village of Marici Friday, and we're going to do karaoke with Village Marici.
Oh, nice.
We're going to we'll be at a wedding. I might say eventually who, or you might see me in photos, but it's a probably one of the best reporters in Cincinnati.
Ooh.
And Sunday back together Sunday. So we'll be there. And then after that, I think it's like open, and I'm going to come down as much as I can. Hey, 17th Son. I see you there. I don't know what you will look like. I don't think I've met you, but if you see me,
I'm sure people can find you.
Grab me.
Yeah, for some reason dude, my life has been crazy here lately. I missed all the emails about the tickets. So luckily, I can't remember his name on Twitter now. Because he's changed his name on Twitter a couple times. I know his actual name. I can't think of it. Anyway, he actually gave me a ticket for tomorrow, so I do have tickets for tomorrow. I don't have tickets for anything else, but I can't even go Sunday anyway. So we got too much other stuff planned, but it's gonna be an absolute blast. I cannot freaking wait. We're so close.
Yep, and 17th Son now reminded me. Yeah, we met awkward rain photo. Nola, I'll never forget that, dude. That was wild. We just got absolutely dumped on, and I'm wet, and like doesn't matter. Brad, thank you. Yeah, Duff, man. Shout out to Duff for coming on.
He's awesome.
Like he immediately went back to work cooking up stuff.
Right. Oh yeah.
So shout out to him, man.
He wasn't done. He just took a break. Come hang out with us.
I got goosebumps a couple times.
Oh, dude.
Man, dude, seriously, if everything goes how it should go,
it's over.
Like I'm calling Jermaine the X Factor. I will not be surprised if Jermaine Burton has over 1,000 yards receiving.
Oh, hey, never know. I'm not putting,
awesome.
Put it past anybody. We'll see. Cap, I'm gonna end it on this. We have 102 people watching. YouTube will only count about 2 of you guys, but I appreciate you guys watching as much as you can. Cap, I will see you for sure Monday, and on the show Monday. Maybe I'll see you down at practice.
What did I sign myself up for that I forgot about?
The show. The show.
Monday.
All right, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Later.
Yes, sir. Who day?
See you. Who day? All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. My wife is cooking food, and I can smell it, and this fat guy is getting hungry, so I'm going to go on and get to the show. So, somebody asked in the chat, Moreline Lager House, about my I keep saying each and every Sunday. It's each and every Bengals home game. So there's a primetime home game. Yes, we will be pre-gaming at the Moreline Lager House. So every Bengals home game, we will be at the Moreline Lager House. I don't know if we're doing preseason games yet or not. I got to confirm that. I got to find that out. But I know first game of the season we're definitely doing it. And every Bengals home game will be at Moreline Lager House. You go there. Like I said, there's more information to come out. But you'll with your purchase, you will get delicious Moreline food, delicious Moreline beer, access to their bourbon room. There will be former Bengals there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I will be doing a show there every Tuesday. It's either every Tuesday or it's every Tuesday of a home game week. That's the other thing. We're getting all the details worked out. But between now and then, go check out Moreline Lager House and tell them I sent you. Also, check out the Dillinator Wings at Midwest's Best Barbecue. I'm telling you, they are some of the best wings, maybe the best wings I've ever had. I love them. Got those. Got the G-Funk. Got the CTB wings. You got the Uno wings, the Grippo wings. There's so many. They're all good. It's just I can eat everything there. I have eaten almost everything there. But check out Midwest's Best Barbecue, right located off 275, the Wards Corner Avenue exit. Great family. Tim and Nicole are awesome. Huge Bengals fans. Go out there. Tell them I sent you and enjoy some delicious wings. Also, if you guys are looking for any windows and doors, please check out my friends at Meyer Windows and Doors and more at www.meyercincinnati.com. Matty Myers could show up in the Jackpot Joe Mobile, give you a free window estimate. You can talk windows, you can talk football, and get some great windows and doors installed in your house. I have them in mine. You should get them in yours. And the West Side peeps, check out Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. Right there in the heart of Cheviot. They have free parking right across the street. Beer specials, big-ass TV screens, food trucks there. It's an awesome, awesome place. Please check out Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. All right, guys, I have thoroughly enjoyed this. My thanks to Duffner for Mark Duffner for joining the show, and thanks for everybody. I've been live streaming on ZTV, Facebook, X, YouTube, Twitch. You can follow me on all those, along with Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Tomorrow, I got Harrison, the comedian, on. Thursday, we got the better half of Bengals Captain. We got Hubei on. Friday, don't know yet, but I'm working on that. So stay tuned. Other than that, if you guys are down at practice, training camp tomorrow, come up and say hi. And you know what to say. That's just sports, baby. See ya!